Hello everyone! Welcome to our mathematics class. I am Ma'am Jenelyn and I will be your teacher for today's lesson. Our topic for today is all about solving linear equations in one variable. And at the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to first, distinguish linear equations in one variable. Second, solve for the solutions of linear equations in one variable. And lastly, appreciate and apply linear equations in one variable to real-life situations. Before we proceed, I have here a short video entitled Just Dilemma. So imagine you are driving along with your car in a wild and stormy night. It is raining heavily when you pass by a bus stop. And there, you see three people waiting for a bus. The old sick man, your boss in a company that once saved your career as an employee, and your dream partner that you have been dreaming all your life. Which one would you choose to offer a ride, knowing very well that your car is a two-seat car and you can only give a ride to only one person? What will you do? Are you going to choose the old sick man, your boss, or your dream partner? But the question is, how can you equally help these three people in different ways with the same essence? Or in other words, how can you help these people and still you will show the same treatment for each other? I am sure you have a lot of answers and ideas on your mind. But the best answer is get out of the car, let your boss drive the old man to a hospital and drive himself home. And you, of course, you will stay with your dream partner waiting for a bus. How was it? As a student, you are facing different challenges and problems. Oftentimes, it is really confusing for you to solve the riddles of real-world situations. However, mathematics has a hidden motivation to teach you to solve different scenarios with a wide understanding of being a critical thinker. Also, mathematics can teach you to be more patient, to wait for a specific moment for you to accomplish certain things. And because of that, let us have our first activity. Here, we will evaluate each expression under column A if x is equal to 2 and match it to its value under column B. And a passage will be revealed if answered correctly. So number 1. So if x is equal to 2 and our expression is 3 plus x. So by substitution, we have 3 plus the value of x, which is 2. The answer is 5. And 5 is in letter L. So next one, we have the second expression is 3x minus 2. So 3x minus 2, by substitution method, we have 3 times the value of x, 2 minus 2 is equal to 4. And 4 is in letter I. Next one, the third expression is x minus 1. So simply substitute the value 2 minus 1 is equal to positive 1, and positive 1 is in letter F. Number 4, we have 2x minus 9. So again, by substitution method, 2 times 2 minus 9 is equal to negative 5. And negative 5 is in letter E. Next, we have x plus 2. So simply add the value of x to the expression. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. And 4 is letter I. Next one, number 6. Expression is 5x. So by multiplication or by multiplying the value of x to 5, the answer is 10. And 10 is letter S. 7. The expression is x minus 5. So 2 minus 5 is equal to negative 3. And negative 3 is in letter A. Next one, we have 1 minus x. So 1 minus the value of x, or 1 minus 2, is equal to negative 1. And negative 1 is in letter C. Next, we have negative 4 plus x. Again, substitute the value of x. So negative 4 minus 2 is equal to negative 2. And negative 2 is in letter H. Number 10, we have 3x. So multiply the value of x to 3. And we have 6. And 6 is in letter O. Next one, number 11. So number 11 expression is 14 minus 5x. 14 minus 5 times the value of x, which is 2, is equal to positive 4. And positive 4 is in letter I. Next one, second to the last, we have number 12. And number 12 expression is negative x plus 1. So substitute the value of x. So minus 2 plus 1 is equal to negative 1. And negative 1 is in letter C. And last, 1 minus 3x. So the last expression is 1 minus 3x. Substitute the value of x. So we have 1 minus 3 times 2 is equal to negative 5. So our answer is negative 5, which is in letter A. As you can see, we already revealed the passage, and the passage is life is a choice. So class, always remember that the history of a free man is never really written by chance, but by choice. Our next activity is identifying linear equation in one variable. Here, you will tell if it is an equation or not. And then right after, you will state your reasons why and why not. Are you ready? So here is number 1. We have 3x plus 1 is equal to 9. What do you think? Is this an equation or not? So let's see the answer. The answer is linear equation. So I am sure you have reason why your answer is linear equation and not. But the answer number 1 is linear equation. So later on, we will find out if your reasons are correct. So number 2, the given number 2 is x cubed, or x to the third power, is equal to 27. So is this an equation or not? Let us see. The answer for number 2 is not. Moving on, let us answer number 3. So the given number 3 is 2x plus 1 is equal to 1. So what do you think? Is this an equation or linear equation or not? So let us see the answer. The answer is linear equation. How about number 4? The number 4 equation is x is equal to 2. So what is your answer? Is this an equation or not? So the answer is linear equation. Very good. So the last one, we have x plus 2x is equal to greater than 6. So is this an equation or not? What do you think? Let us reveal the answer. The answer is Not, this is not an equation. So let us see later if your reasons are correct. And because of that, let us discuss linear equation in one variable. So what are the important terms you need to understand about linear equations? So first one, we have equation. So equation is a noun, and this is a statement containing two equal numbers or expressions. It is denoted by an equal sign, and this is in between the two quantities. So examples, we have 3x plus 2 is equal to 8. We have 3x plus 2 is an expression, and 8 is also expression. So in the middle of these two expressions, we can see that there is, what can you see between them? So it's equal sign. So next example, we have y plus 3 is equal to 5. Next, we have 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. And the last example we have here is x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. And the next term is expression. So this is a noun, a symbol or a combination of symbols and signs representing a quantity or process. So examples, we have x squared plus x minus 1, 3x plus 2, y plus 3, and negative 6xy. The next term is solution. So what is a solution? This is a noun and is a value of a variable that makes the equation true. So let us see the examples we have. So x is equal to 2 as a solution of 2x is equal to 4. So why? Because if we substitute 2 in the equation, 2x is equal to 4, then we have 2 times the value of x, which is 2, is equal to 4. We have 4 is equal to 4, and the statement or the equation became true. The next important term is solution set. So what is really a solution set? Solution set is a set of all solutions and is written in set notation using braces. Finding the solutions to an equation is also called solving the equation. And solutions may be given in set notation, or they may be given in the form of x is equal to n, where n is a real number. So we have here 2 is a solution set of 2x is equal to 4. And if x is equal to 2 is written inside the braces, then it is called a solution set. So we have here x such that x is equal to 2 is a solution set written in set notation. So these are the important terms you need to remember regarding linear equation in one variable. I want to share with you a math trivia. So did you know that Robert Ricord 1510 to 1558 was a doctor and mathematician, and he was and still the inventor of equal sign. So did you know that? Which appeared in his book entitled The Whetstone of Wit in 1557. So always remember again that Robert Ricord was the inventor or the father of equal sign. And now, let us proceed with the properties of equalities. Let us deepen our understanding. What are the properties of equalities? And let us use Google to find out. So the first property is addition property of equality, or what we call APE. So here it says that if A, B, and C are real numbers, and if A is equal to B, then A plus B is equal to B plus C, and A minus C is equal to B minus C. And now, let us apply the multiplication property of equality. So, here we have 5x is equal to negative 35. So, what will you do? So, you will divide both sides by 5 because the inverse operation of multiplication is division. That's why we need to divide it by 5. So, 5x divided by 5 is equal to negative 35 divided by 5. We have x is equal to negative 35 over or divided by 5. The answer is negative 7. So again, to check if our answer is correct, you need to substitute the value of x to the equation. We have 5x is equal to negative 35, wherein we got or we prove that our answer is correct since the equation is true. And now let us proceed with number 4. So the given equation is m over 3 is equal to negative 2 over 9. So again, you need to find the inverse of the given. So the given is division. So the inverse of division is multiplication. So what will you do? You will multiply both sides by 3. So we have m is equal to negative 6 over 9, or if we simplify negative 6 over 9, the answer is negative 2/3. So the answer is negative 2/3, and by substitution, substitute the value of m, which is negative 2/3, to the original equation. M over 3 is equal to negative 2/9. So negative 2/3 over 3 is equal to negative 2/9. Multiply it, negative 2/3 times 1/3, since the reciprocal of 3 is equal to 1/3, is equal to negative 2/9, or we got negative 2/9 is equal to negative 2/9, which make our equation true. Therefore, our answer, m is equal to negative 2/3, is correct. And now, let us proceed with the case number 2 in solving linear equations. And this is solving two-step equations. So here's the flow chart or the guide. So step 1, simplify each side of the equation if needed by distributing or combining like terms. So the given is 2 times the quantity of x minus 1 is equal to 8, and by distribution or by distributing 2 to x and to 1, we have 2x minus 2 is equal to 8. Next step, move the variable to one side by using the opposite operation of addition or subtraction. Since we have 2x minus 2 is equal to 8, and the inverse operation of subtraction is addition. So we will add 2 to both sides of the equation. And this leads us to the step number 3. So step number 3 is isolate the variable by applying the opposite operation of multiplication or division. So earlier we added 2 to both sides. Now we will divide 2 to both sides as well so that we can isolate x. 2x divided by 2 is equal to 10 divided by 2, or the answer is x is equal to 5. And now, let us check if our answer is correct. So by checking, we need to substitute the value of x, which is 5, to the given equation. 2 times the quantity of x minus 1 is equal to 8. And we have 2 times 5 minus 2 is equal to 8. 8 is equal to 8, and this makes the equation true. And this means that our answer is correct. So let us have another example. 18 is equal to 4a plus 10. Since 4a is added by 10, subtract 10 from both sides. So why did we subtract 10 to both sides? Because subtraction is the inverse operation of addition. That's why we need to subtract 10 to both sides. And then simplify. By simplifying, we have 8 is equal to 4a. Since a is multiplied by 4, the inverse operation of multiplication is division. Divide both sides by 4 to undo the multiplication. We have 8 divided by 4 is equal to 4a divided by 4. And we got 2 is equal to a, or change the position, a is equal to 2, then the solution set is a is equal to 2. And let us check if our answer is correct by rewriting the equation first and then substitute the value of a to the equation. We have 18 is equal to 4 times 2 plus 10 is equal to 18 is equal to 8 plus 10, or 18 is equal to 18, which means our equation is true. Class, always remember that to find solutions, perform inverse operations until you have isolated or separated the variable from the constant. And a variable is isolated or separated when it appears by itself on one side of an equation alone. And take note that the inverse of addition is subtraction, and the inverse of multiplication is division, and vice versa. And now let's proceed with another activity. Let's find out the solution of each equation. So we have two sets here. Set A, one-step linear equations, and set B, two-step linear equations. Find the solutions by following the steps on how to get or to solve the following equations. So let us answer number 1. 3 plus x is equal to 11. So what is the inverse operation of addition? What is the inverse operation of addition? Yes, it's subtraction. That's why you need to deduct or subtract 3 to both sides. The value of x is 8. Next, we have y minus 7 is equal to 10. What is the inverse of subtraction? Addition. So, you need to add 7 to both sides of the equation. And the answer is correct. It's 17. Because 10 plus 7 is 17. Next, number 3. X over 3 is equal to 4. So we have here x over 3, and the operation here is what? Division. So what is the inverse of division? Multiplication. By multiplying 3 to both sides, the answer is 12, because 3 times 4 is equal to 12. How about the set B? By following the steps of solving two steps linear equations. So the given we have is 19 is equal to 2x plus 7. The answer is x is equal to 6. How about the last one? So what is the inverse of the subtraction? It is addition. And what is the inverse of multiplication? Yes, it is division. So by following the steps in solving two-step linear equations, the answer is 3. Since we already know how to solve linear equations in one variable, let us now apply those learnings in real-life situations. So we have activity number 5, problem solving for transfer of learning. The given problem is, what is the speed of the car that travels 260 kilometers in 4 hours? So the solution, given, we have D is equal to 260 kilometers. T is equal to 4 hours. Formula, we have D is equal to R times T, or D is equal to distance, R is for rate, T is for time. And here we will apply the substitution method to the formula. Since D is equal to 260 kilometers, R times 4 hours. So we have 4R is equal to 260. So apply one-step linear equations. So what are the ways or the steps on how to solve linear equations in one variable? So again, we need to multiply or divide the opposite operation. So since 4R has multiplication, or the operation applied is multiplication, the inverse is division. That's why we will divide 4R and 260 to 4. And then we will get R is equal to 65. Or in short, our final answer is the speed of the car is 65 kph, or kilometers per hour. So it means that the car travels 65 kilometers per hour. Do you have any questions regarding our topic for today? If none, let us have another activity. Activity number 6, generalization of concepts. So let's find out the missing word or words. So by filling in the missing word or words to make the statement or mathematical sentence correct. So number 1, a statement containing two equal numbers or expression is called blank. The answer is equation. So again, a statement containing two equal numbers or expressions is equation. Number 2, a blank of an equation is the value of the variable that makes the equation true. The answer is solution. Number 3, a solution set is the set of all solutions. Finding the solutions of an equation is also called blank. The answer is solving the equation. So again, finding the solutions of an equation is also called solving the equation. Number 4, solution sets are written in blank using braces. So the answer is set notation. Solution sets are written in set notation. So number 5, last but not the least, solutions may be given in set notation or they may be given in the form of x is equal to a certain real number, and the value of y in y plus 8 is equal to 12 is blank. So you need to apply the one-step linear equations, or the steps in solving one-step linear equations. And we will get the value. What is the answer? It is 4. The answer is 4. I am sure you are now ready to do the activity number 7. So here, solve each equation and check the solution. So we have 5 items and 8 timer. So ready, set, go. So again, to solve for the equation, you need to follow the steps in a one-step equation and two-step linear equation. Isolate the variable and then simplify and check for the solution, or check if your answer is correct. So here we have 3, 2, 1, and time's up. Let us now check if your answers are correct. Number 1, we have x plus 2 is equal to 7. The inverse operation of addition is subtraction. That's why we subtracted 2 to both sides. So we have x is equal to 7 minus 2, or the value of x is 5. And now let us check if 5 is the correct answer. Substitute 5 to the given equation. We have 5 plus 2 is equal to 7, or 7 is equal to 7. And yes, the equation is true. The answer for number 1 is 5. Number 2, we have 6x minus 12 is equal to 0. So the inverse operation of subtraction is addition. That's why we added 12 to both sides of the equation. We have 6x is equal to 12, and by applying the inverse operation of 6x, or the division, we have the final answer is 2. And to check if our answer is correct, substitute 2 to the x on the original equation. So 6 times 2 minus 12 is equal to 0, or 0 is equal to 0, which makes the equation true. So the answer 2 is correct for number 2. Number 3, we have 5y is equal to negative 30. So 5y, what is the operation? The operation is multiplication. And what is the inverse of multiplication? It is division. That's why we will divide both sides to 5. And doing so, our answer is y is equal to negative 6. And to check if our answer is correct, substitute to the value of y. So here we have 5 times negative 6 is equal to negative 30, or negative 30 is equal to negative 30, and the equation is true, which means negative 6 is the answer for number 3. Moving on, let us solve for number 4. 4x is equal to x plus 3. We have 3x is equal to 3, and the inverse operation of 3x is division. The final answer is 1. And to check if 1 is the correct answer, substitute to the equation. 4 times 1 is equal to 1 plus 3, or 4 is equal to 4, and the equation is true. So the answer 1 is correct for number 4. Last, we have number 5. M over 7 is equal to 1. So m over 7, what is the operation applied on m over 7? It is divisions, and the inverse operation of division is multiplication. That's why we need to multiply both sides of the equation by 7. And m is equal to 7. So to check if our answer is correct, substitute again to the given equation. M over 7 is equal to 1. So we have 7 over 7 is equal to 1, or 1 is equal to 1, and the answer is true. So number 5 is m is equal to 7. For your assignment, direction: solve the following word problems and write your solution using the format below. The system that will be used to check your solution paper is provided below. So here are the problems. Problem number 1. Margie is 3 times older than Lynette. In 15 years, the sum of their ages is 38 years. So find their present ages. Problem number 2. Christy and Cecil start from the same place and run in opposite directions at speeds of 40 kilometers per hour and 50 kilometers per hour respectively. How long after they start will they be 190 kilometers apart? Here's the format that you need to follow. Next, this is the system for checking your solution. So we have title, correctness and or completeness, and neatness. You might get the exemplary, which equivalent for 3 points, proficient 2 points, revision needed 1 point, and no credit 0. Additional activities: solving linear equations and solving word problems. We have A, linear equations in one variable. Number 1, 4y plus 8 is equal to 2. Number 2, 3 plus 2x is equal to 11. 3, m over 2 is equal to 1/8 plus 1/4. B, solve and check the following enrichment problems. Number 4, the sum of their consecutive multiples of 4 is 444. Find these multiples. Number 5, the denominator of a rational number is greater than its numerator by 3. If the numerator is increased by 7 and the denominator is decreased by 1, the new number becomes 3/2. Find the original number. This is Ma'am Jenelyn, and thank you for participating in our virtual class.